Hello everybody, let's talk about another type of chord progression here. It's called backdoor 2-5. So to me, backdoor 2-5 is like chord substitution. So that's why I've included this in the in this section. So you would also see it categorized as a modal interchange topic, and you will certainly see it there again when you check out the section on modes. Okay, so but for now, let's treat it as another type of chord substitution. So backdoor 2-5. So you have to know what's the front door. Actually, the front door is very simple. So 5-1. So you can probably guess that backdoor 2-5 is just another way to achieve a dominant sound going into a tonic. Okay, so backdoor 2-5 is just really another way to achieve something like that. So normally, the simple solution would be to just play 5-1, right? So in flat 5 substitution, we have another choice. We can play the flat 5 dominant 7 here. So going back to one chord. So technically that should be a flat 2 dominant 7 going to one chord. So really backdoor 2-5 is just another choice at our disposal, okay? So let's say our one chord is C major 7. The backdoor 2-5 chord or the backdoor 5 chord can be a flat 7 dominant 7. Okay, so in this case, a B flat dominant 7 chord going into a C major 7. Okay, and it's analyzed as a flat 7 dominant 7 going into a 1 major 7. So it's really quite widely used. So when you want to go into one chord, if you see something like that, and you analyze it as a flat 7 dominant 7, don't be surprised. It's really used quite widely. Okay, and how? Okay, so you may be asking how do you come up with a chord like that? It's not in C major. So let me give you an example. It's actually from C minor. If you write out the chords from C minor, so C minor 7, and C D minor 7 flat 5. I think I'm gonna just skip over and go to flat 7. So the flat 7 chord is actually a B flat dominant 7 chord, right? Okay, and the concept here is if you have C major and also C minor. Okay, sorry about that. So C major, C minor. The C major chord progression can actually borrow from C minor as well. All right, so in this case, we are stealing or borrowing the B flat major 7 to our major key. Okay, so it is really quite widely used. So again, analyze as a flat 7 dominant 7 to 1 major 7. Okay, so that's why it is also filed under modal interchange, because we're borrowing modally. And minor is really just one of the modes, okay? And I'll be sure to talk more about modes when we get to modes, okay? But for now, just accept the fact that, hey, actually you can... So right now you know C major, C minor, and also the harmonized scales. You can actually borrow chords, you know, and play around with things, okay? So you have to understand this part first. B flat 7 going to C major. So one chord, flat 7 dominant 7. So if... for 1 second, we pretend that the B flat 7 is actually a 5. So let's see. Okay, so for 1 second, let's pretend B flat 7 is actually a 5. What's the one chord? It's E flat major 7, right? But let's not worry about this guy here. Let's go one step backwards. What's the 2? It would be F minor 7. Okay, so I'm correct here, I believe. Let's give this a term, okay? So let's call them related 2 5s. So if you are given a dominant 7 chord, you can actually find its related 2 chord by going up a fifth, so B, C, D, E, F, and play minor 7, okay? See? And if you're given a minor 7, you want to figure out the related 5s, you just go up a fourth and you should be able to find B flat 7. In the well, in case you don't really remember all of that, just do it like this. And it shouldn't be too difficult for you to figure out the related 2, 5 this way. So you just write out 2, 5, 1, but ignore the 1 after you figure out the 1. Okay. So what if I plug this chord progression back in here? So instead of doing F minor 7, B flat 7 to E flat major 7, what if I ignore the E flat major and just put the related 2 here? Then it would become F minor 7, B flat 7, and also C major 7. So if you analyze this whole thing, F minor 7 is really a 4 minor 7. And in C minor, the 4 chord is actually a minor 7 chord, right? So it's actually from minor again. We borrow from the minor key. So the parallel minor key, C minor, going into a flat 7 dominant 7, going into a 1 chord. You see? So we call this a backdoor 2-5. So first of all, you figure out the backdoor, and then you figure out the related 2, and then if you analyze the whole thing, it's really just 4 minor 7, 5, flat 7, dominant 7, and then 1 major 7, okay? So this should be, is a little complicated, but shouldn't be too hard to understand, okay? So hopefully everything makes sense, and you may need to digest this a little for a little while. In the next video, I'm going to work out a few exercises to help you solidify the idea. So see you there.